the Fanatics Fest in New York City. James, my man, went to this. You see it all over social media. Everybody's talking about it. I mean, they were pumping it big time. I think all the sports were pumping this thing big time. James, you went. How was the Fanatics Fest?
So it was a 3-day event. I got to go to the second day. It was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I got to go Saturday. I brought my stepson, Francis. He had a great time. I had a wonderful time. And it was so cool. There were so many interactive things that you could do. They had an NHL booth where you could pretend to be Sidney Crosby when he was a kid and try to shoot the puck into a laundry machine. You got to do a 40-yard dash in the NFL booth. There was a Topps booth where you can buy exclusive baseball cards that were only made for the event. I tried so hard to win those Travis Scott limited edition Topps cards. Unfortunately, I didn't get any of them. But the really cool thing is they were giving out some free cards every time you bought a box of Topps Chrome. Believe it or not, I actually sold one of them the day of. I put it on eBay that night and somebody offered me $20 immediately for the Fanatics Fest New York City Jason Dominguez card. So I sold that. I've got a few left that I'm going to keep. But it was just such an enjoyable event. It was really funny because if you were going over there to buy any cards that were ungraded, you weren't going to get any of them. I mean, there were very, very few cards that were ungraded. And there were cards there that were $100,000, $15,000, all over the place. But my stepson wanted one card in particular. He wanted to be like his old man, and he wanted the infamous 1989 Billy Ripken Fleer error card.
Error card, yes, error card. Where I don't know who. Nobody. Do we know who? Has anybody stepped up and said they wrote it?
I'm sure somebody stepped up, but I don't know off the top of my head who it is.
So on the end of the bat, on the knob, somebody wrote F face. Yeah, fuck face, straight up on there. And they put it on the card, one of the most famous cards in baseball card history. One of probably the most famous error card.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't even call it an error card. I don't even like calling it an error card because it wasn't necessarily an error. It was what an error card to me is like they put the wrong person on the card.
Yeah, like Frank Thomas's 1990 Topps when they forgot to put his name on the bottom. That's an error card. But I know what you're saying.
Yes. Yeah, I think that one's pretty cool.
And of course, anytime you go to a festival or a convention like this, it's going to cost you a fortune, which it cost me a fortune. But that's because the kids always want something that they can't have normally. So we went around looking at every booth trying to find one of these Billy Ripken cards. And we got to the last row of booths and nobody had it. And finally, out of the corner of his eye, Francis sees a Gem Mint 10 Billy Ripken error card. I walk up to the guy and ask him, how much do you want for it? $550.
Ooh.
So I look at Francis and I say, Francis, I love you, but I'm not spending $550 on a baseball card today. But I told him, I promise you that by the end of the day, either we'll find one over here or I'll go on eBay and I'll purchase a lesser grade for you. Because, of course, he sees that I have an 8.5 grade Billy Ripken card in my collection, so he wants it. Well, we walk to another booth and there's a 9.5. And they want $500 for the 9.5. We weren't going to get that. Finally, Francis sees these little Simpsons cards. He's all happy because he's a big Simpsons fan now because of me. Yes. And we got a whole binder of Simpsons cards from 1990. It was awesome. We paid $60. So between the $60 that we paid for that and then the 2 boxes of Chrome that I got for him, the exclusive ones that were $50 each, and then a Shohei Ohtani Father's Day patch card, you spent quite a bit of money. So we're about to leave. Excuse me. I spent quite a bit of money.
Yes.
I gave him a $100 limit for the day, but we blew way past that. Well, we're about to leave, and then we see one last Billy Ripken card, and it's graded a 9. I asked the guy how much he wants for it. He said, I want $150. I said, is that the best you can do? It's like, I'll give it to you for $140. Well, Francis got his Billy Ripken error card for $140. So he's got a graded 9, and I have a graded 8.5.
You gonna switch them out?
No, I tried, and Francis is like, no, this one's mine. To me, I'm never selling these cards. I just think they're cool, so, let him have the Billy Ripken card.